Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Mare Nostrum. Well, I meant to say EU4 Mare Nostrum because that's my typical lineup, but I screwed it up! So we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Look who's coming down to visit! The parents! He's coming to visit the parents. It's Sweden. Heyo, Sweden. Pretty sure we're at war with only Livonia and Sweden. No other allies got called in anywhere, yeah? No? Okay. It's just two nations right next to each other, and they have to fight, you know, everybody! They have it far worse than any coalition I was gonna have. Hey, look! It's Portuguese Louisiana. It actually starts to look a little bit like actual Louisiana before, you know, America bought it for practically pennies. Which was an amazingly good deal, if I do say so myself. Talk about getting into the real estate market. Thomas Jefferson, well done. Alright, anyway, let's move on. We're about almost 30% of the way through with Trebizond. I'm going to go ahead and get back down to speed 4. And we are going to start getting our armies together. So we want to march on the on Livonia. Let me get these two armies together over here. How's this balance look? It's a 10-4-10 versus a... not quite that. And we can rebalance a little bit. We got a whole bunch more troops on their way over here now. These two armies ought to be balanced, but... yeah, we're just going to get over here. We're going to get on stage in front of Livonia, and then we're going to do what I like to call the army shuffle. It's a very lovely, intricate dance of the Italian people. And I think they are in for a treat. Let's see. Regency Council in Portugal. Have fun with that, sir. Dang you, Tunis! Go the heck away! They stole 7 Italians and made them into sailors. You mean this number here, the sailor's number that literally does not even come into play in this game, that I just ignore nonstop because sailors are such, like, irrelevancy? That thing? Yeah. I feel like sailors might be an issue if, for example, let's suppose I was a landlocked nation. Let's suppose I was Trier and I took over tons of Germany, that I had one province that was on the ocean. Then maybe I'd want to limit them to not being able to get a ton of ships, right? But, like, come on. You already have to worry about the naval force limit. It's like sailors are just pointless. I don't understand why they're in the game. They do nothing for me. Alright, Portugal is no longer supporting the independency of Mexico. Well, you got something against Mexicans, Portugal? I don't know, they might. Alright, let's do ourselves a little shuffle. Yeah, slide to the right. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. I hate that dance so much. It's just as bad as, like, the electric slide. Which, if you ever lived in the South, in America, like I do, you probably had to go to Cotillion at one point or another. Now, granted, I lived in Arizona before I lived in Virginia, so I didn't have to take Cotillion. But then, for some reason, my parents thought it might be a good idea for me to take Cotillion once I moved here to Virginia, so that I would be better able to integrate into Virginian culture, because they thought it was charming. Imagine how happy I was about that. That said, though, I mean, like, I was like a 17-year-old boy, and almost everyone else there was, like, pretty young in comparison. So the good news is, all the girls really wanted to dance with me, instead of the little, like, 12-year-old Shorty McShortersons, who were also trying to learn how to dance. Like me. I'm still not very good at dancing, unfortunately. It's just not my forte. But I do appreciate those who can do it. I am just not one of you. Alright, we're getting really close to January. I guess I'll go ahead and pick them up right away. There's really no reason not to take the tech. We're waiting on some forts to fall before we move on to Livonia. So, Commonwealth, what were your cores? These two were cores. Polotsk. Hopefully Bohemia turns that over. We have Memel. Okay, Narva. Those are the only 4 cores you have. The rest are claims. I'm going to hand everything off to the Commonwealth, obviously. And we will see how much Muscovy deigns to give to my vassal in appreciation. But the more of these forts I take down, the better. So, is there any chance I can get to one of these forts? Oh yeah, I can get to Latgalia. Latgalia. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, heading into December, and there's a couple more things under my control. Hand those off to the Commonwealth before I forget. Swing your partney do-si-do! Or something along those lines. Frick if I know. Alright, we're in January. Let's go ahead and get our tech. Measuring the world! And now we have heavy frigates and imperialism, advanced casus belli, And military tech, we have improvements to our infantry and to our cavalry, and better tactics, shock, and flanking range, which is really good. Amazingly good tech. I see no enemy armies anywhere nearby at the moment. In fact, it looks like Sweden has retreated, so yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our infantry. Now, of course, I want to have the best defensive pips possible, and it looks like the Grenzer infantry will be my choice today. So we're a little bit weaker on the offense with our infantry, but they should be able to protect the front line long enough for my cannons to obliterate anyone who gets in my path. On the other hand, I do want to have really good shock value on my cavalry because I want them to be doing the flanking. So these guys seem good to me. We'll go with that. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. I think we're going to be fine. Our morale's down to half, but it won't last that way forever. Let's go ahead and convert Cairo, and that will be the last province before I have full religious unity. An advisor has died. We have nationalism against France. They hold provinces of our culture group, take Savoy. And also, we have the Imperius Casus Belli against Denmark, Norway, Holstein, Hungary, England, Leinster, Scotland, Desmond, Colombia, Danzig, Commonwealth, France, it goes on and on and on. Basically, the entire world would be better off in our glorious empire. Take capital of Nordjylland. If I want to take over all these countries, take over the capital of Denmark is what they're saying. No, that's not true at all. But now I have it. I have imperialism, and I can pretty much declare war on just about anybody, regardless of having claims. I have a permanent casus belli. It's pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. I'm really tempted to go for this better relations over time guy. And I'm going to, at least in the short term. I plan on replacing him. But I don't necessarily need the level 3 advisor in order to get level 3 stability. I don't need more Diplo power right now because I'm not working through a diplomatic idea group. And I really would like to get rid of the coalition, so this seems perfectly fine to me. Now, do I want to go for some military power for the quality ideas to go through that a little bit faster? Yeah, I kind of do. So let's get ourselves as much military power as possible. We have a siege done here. Well done. Hand that off to the Commonwealth. Can you get up here? No, not until Latgalia falls. Can you go there? No, not until Latgalia and Memel fall. Very well. I'm just gonna have to play the waiting game, huh? Okay. Well, can you at least kill these guys? It looks like Muscovy's gonna, so... Just, no? You went up there? Never mind, okay. How do they get to go to this fort? Well, I could totally get to that fort. Alright, never mind. I just have to wait. I want to go for their capital is what it's going for. I want to get as much war score as possible. The sooner we finish this off, the better. Come on, finish. Come on. Come on. There's the siege of Latgalia. Go in the capital. Why can't you go in the capital? Because Pskov's still there. That sucks. Alright, fine. Move north. Go over this direction. Take Riga. Take everything else you can get your hands on. Your filthy little paws. You go up that direction, I guess. Go to Reval. Or Revel. I don't frickin' know what it is. Any armies coming on my doorstep that I need to be worried about? No, not at all. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just turn off some... Yeah, you know, I'm just going to leave the forts on. I have almost 20,000 ducats. It's not like it really matters. Money is doing just fine. We might as well keep our army tradition as high as possible. Alright, go for the... Can't go for the capital. I really wish you could. Go to Riga. Let's go ahead and switch this over. And I guess we should go ahead and unsiege this fort if you can. Land movement blocked by hostile fort. Memel again, of course. We'll just have to wait then, huh? Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. Truce of Tabaristan has ended. They might join the coalition. There's the siege of Memel done. So why don't you actually go... You can't go up here. Why can't you? Looks like you guys have... Oh, because we're blockaded. Right. Can't cross the strait. Okay, well, why don't you just go here, and we're going to wait for Pskov to fall, and then we're going to jump on the capital, and that'll be great. The Commonwealth would love to have the Neman estuary back, or Niemen, I don't know. Be good for their trade value, though. More money for me. Riga has come under our occupation. It's to be expected. That's another very valuable province. Would not actually be surprised if something gets released from Livonia by the end of this. Just a guess. Let's go ahead and send this army back over this direction. They're handing stuff off to me for some reason. I have no idea why you would hand Ingermanland to me. Just go ahead and hand it directly to the Commonwealth. Vassals feel safe expired. Imperialism against Marahan. So I can declare war on the Creek? Or the Iroquois? Is that what you had said? No? Yeah, the Creek. I know I saw them in the list earlier. I don't know. I've got imperialism on everybody. All right, everybody is so screwed. Let's see. Yep, imperialism on like 50 summit nations, including ones all the way over in Asia, right? Like in China. So this is a pretty wide... This is basically like just a free pass to declare war on everybody in the world. And that's totally okay. Don't feel judged. Alright, this is a safe space. It is totally okay if you want to just kill everybody. Sorry, France, did you just do what now? France got to rival Bohemia? Well, how come you got to rival Bohemia? France used to be on my level of power, and I could only rival France. They get more rivals? That's just not fair. Growth of the administration, do we go for... With great pedigree come great abilities? Is that a with great power come great responsibilities kind of thing? Diplomatic relations, I don't really care about that. So the burghers are currently... Okay, so I would upset the nobility. Or just make the clergy happier. No, we'll go for the burghers. Global trade power plus 10%. I don't need the diplomatic relations. The monthly autonomy change could be good, but it's already pretty much down to 0 everywhere we don't have, we have states already, so let's go for that. And let's see if I can't make the nobility a little bit happier. I can't with that, huh? Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I think we're just going to have to deal with the nobility being unhappy for a little bit until I can do this in 1696. Wow. Well, that's going to suck. But it's not like I have manpower problems, so really, who cares, right? Right? Yeah. Alright, well, Livonia does not appear to have really any armies left. Let's go ahead and start marching some troops over toward, I don't know, let's go to Denmark. Yeah? Well, let's just take these guys. Let's put somebody in charge. How about you? You'll be fine. Put you in charge. Start heading toward Denmark. And we'll release whatever we can away from Sweden. Don't think we're going to be able to cross these straits, though. Odds are pretty good he has naval superiority. That said, Muscovy, if you're able to knock Livonia out of this war, that's a good number of ships that will leave this. Good 15 right there. 6 more right there. Unfortunately, the Commonwealth does not have very many ships. So, yeah, not much I can do about that right now, but... Alright. Counselor of the Clergy expired. We fought somebody in Reval. Who, I guess you landed some transports in Reval and they instantly died. Truce will expire with Genoa, Gasham-Rakamra, Kiva, and Iraq. Iraq will join the coalition, I can pretty much guarantee it. Alright, we have a lot of spy network stuff with, we don't need this with them anymore, do we? No, we already got our tech. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a claim against you. We'll take, which one's better? Well, 20, oh wow, that's a lot of development. Burn it is. Or Ben, I don't know. Do I want to hold on to this and just keep going with Switzerland to get more? Yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and just hold on to that. We'll get some more claims against Switzerland. What about, Kaffa? Kaffa... Why am I building a spy network against you again? I'm pretty sure I wanted to get one against Lothian, and I must have made a mistake. Okay, you're done there. Go ahead and back off. We don't care about Scotland anymore. There's no claims to be had there. We need more power before I can do anything against Hungary. I guess we should start building a spy network against France. So yeah, let's start building one against France and get some claims. Not that it's especially relevant, again, with the Imperialism CB, but, you know, we'll go for it. We'll see what we can do. Trebizond is taking a long dang time. I'm going to send my siege leader over here, and we're going to try to speed things up a little bit. I really don't care about the manpower. We are already in excess of our manpower cap, so... Yeah, look at that. We just went from, like, what, negative 28 to 35% right there. That's how quick we are. Yeah, that speeds things up rather drastically. France left the military coalition. There we go. Well, that should pretty much mean that the coalition is going to start falling apart now. Without France, yeah, no one's going to feel brave enough to fight me. I almost would be tempted to just say, you know what, let's attack the coalition and get all of them with a truce timer so that they can't join again. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. I imagine Portugal is going to want to leave when they are able to. Visit from some shady people. We'll gain the 5 prestige, that's probably a little bit better for me. Which is not decaying, and yet I feel like it's pretty low for us right now. We had an event where we lost a bunch, didn't we? I can't remember what happened there, but we did. Tunis is about to be converted. And there goes the siege of their capital. Alright, go get him, Trepizon, go get Narva. And let's send this super army. Let's see, that is a lot of troops, actually. You know, let's just sit over here by a fort for a little bit and just sort of pay attention and see if we get into a fight, into a scuffle. There's only one fort down here, none in the rest of northern Scandinavia, or Finland. Everything else really has to be down here amongst Denmark and Sweden. Alright, well let's go ahead and, go to Midtjylland. Can we cross? Absolutely not. It's a bit of a shame. How did Catalonia get up here? Oh my god! Can we get to Finn? No, it's because of the fort, not because we're blockaded, of course. Okay. Bohemia is now the emperor. Ravensburg received a gift from Desmond. I don't care. Where's your army, Sweden? 59,000 troops suffering attrition. 4.5% attrition right there. It's not very smart, dude. Commonwealth is sieging down Stockholm. I like these guys. I got some rambunctious little vassals. Can we just go here and can we siege us down faster? I mean, yeah, we go from negative 21 to 14%. Granted, now we're suffering a ton of attrition, but France is supporting the independence of America right now, which is kind of funny because that's actually historically accurate. All right. Yeah, we're just sort of doing our thing over here. So, who else is in the coalition? Tunis has not left yet. Portugal, Castile. Okay. I don't know. I feel like once this war is over and I'm not otherwise distracted, the AI is going to recalculate and say, holy crap, he's not distracted by a war. Do we actually want to fight this guy? No. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away slowly, as if we're approaching a bear. Or something like that, you know? You sort of lift your hands and you're like, whoa, bear. Whoa, bear. I'm the bear, in case you can't tell. I am the bear. Fear the bear. Alright, that siege is finally done. Now we can move around. Let's see if we can save the troops of Bohemia. I don't know if we can. We're going to try, and even if we can't, that's Sweden trapped in the grasslands right now. Granted. Where are you going, Commonwealth? You had Stockholm. Oh, you idiot. You idiot. Commonwealth, kill Stockholm. You have 40,000 troops. Well, that's done. Something's going on in my throat all of a sudden. It really kind of hurts. Whoa. I have no idea what's happening. It actually feels like it's kind of closing up, almost like I'm having some sort of allergic reaction. Well, that's concerning. I don't think I am having an allergic reaction, but that's concerning. Let's start making a move on Stockholm. I want to end this war as quickly as I can, basically. Not in the mood to deal with this. I have other wars to declare. I want to use my imperialism CB. That's right, Commonwealth. You go. You go get him. There's a fort over there. I'm going to make a move on Trondelag. And it's been a while since I had to worry about Scandinavia. And that pretty much finishes things off for Livonia. Let's go ahead and siege down this fort from the Commonwealth, because I have nothing really else I want to do with this army. We're just going to siege this down, Midtjylland, then we're going to siege down Nordjylland, and free up Denmark. Yep, and Livonia is out. They will cede 1, 2, 3 provinces to Livonia, and they will annul some treaties, and that's about it. So the Commonwealth basically got their cores back, and that's about it. I think. And now we have imperialism against Livonia. No, I take it back. They do have another core, Narva, and a couple others here. Why did Muscovy give them those instead of their cores? That would have seemed like the most... Okay, well, It's a little bit odd, but alright. Looks like we no longer need to worry about Denmark, because they had been sieged down by Livonia, and now they're not. So let's just start pushing across the straits. Castile left the military coalition, Switzerland left, Tunis left. That's what I wanted to see. Let's go kill Tunis. I'm tired of them existing. I don't like your face. Ship durability, grab. Hello, Tunis. We have Imperials now. We're the Empire. So, less aggressive expansion, same amount of prestige, and less cost for conquering everything they have. Everything's cheaper. There's less of aggressive expansion. It's great. Now, that said, the war goal is always the capital, right? If I made my Casus Belli conquest over, let's say, Jerba. No, well, where's Jerba? It's this island right here, right? Yeah. Then conquering this province is all I need in order to get the ticking war score. It's a little bit harder to get a capital, usually. That's the one downside of imperialism. But that said, you use imperialism more often than not to beat the crap out of everyone else, all the smaller people around you, and just kind of eat them up. And since it reduces the cost and the aggressive expansion so significantly, like, come on. It's totally worth it. So we're going to declare war on Tunis then. You shouldn't have left the coalition. That was your fatal error right there. We're going to crush you over there. I'm going to go ahead and send this army to destroy you over on the strait. And this should be glorious. Not bad. And we're getting really close to finishing up with Trebizond. That will probably be next video. Let's get another claim against Switzerland real quick before I forget. Done. And we can pull off of that. And that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button because it does help with the channel's growth. Leave a comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.